Well, kicking this off, let's start with our winter and spring events. We do this all the time. We talk about all the events through the year. So let's start with the winter and spring events for 2024. So starting the year off, February 29th to March 2nd is the United by Bronco event 2024 in Sand Hollow, Utah, Hurricane, Utah, Sand Hollow State Park. All right, so this event, to me, is one of the best wheeling events that happen in the country. Like, Sand Hollow is an incredible place. You got dunes, you've got some epic just rock formations that you can climb. It's kind of like Moab, but in Sand Hollow, and more confined. Moab, it stretches miles, but Sand Hollow is in a small area, but you've got so many really cool obstacles, and it's a great event for people who are just getting going and people who are know what they're doing, because they go on all kinds of trails, and really it's for any level, including early Bronco and new Bronco. It's not just for the early Bronco guys. This is a great new Bronco event. One of the clubs in Vegas, which is 5 hours away, they bring their whole club out and they all go. And huge Vegas crew, I think it's the Sin City Bronco Club, and they all come out. And it's an awesome event. So many trails. Jesse and Mariah do an amazing job putting on the event. So definitely, if you're on the West Coast or if you've ever wanted to wheel in Sand Hollow, this is the event to go to.
And if you don't know who Jesse and Mariah are, they're with
Hellabad Broncos. Yep, they own Hellabad Broncos in Texas, somewhere in Texas, Austin. And they put the event on, and they both are experienced wheelers. So yeah.
Well, so that's the first event in February. Then we have two in March. First event I have, which is March 6th through the 10th in Arizona Classic Broncos Stampede, Rock Springs ORV Park in Black Canyon City, Arizona. So this is an annual four-wheel drive off-road event held just north of Phoenix. So it's about in the middle of the state. And it's put on by the Arizona 66 to 77 Classic Bronco Club. It does look super fun, like Wild West wheeling.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll have to say if an event is early Bronco, inclusive, exclusive.
Yeah.
So we'll try and remember to do that as we go through these.
Yeah, I think that is the club that Todd Zerker is a part of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think he puts the event on, but I think he's a part of that club. Yeah, moving right through March. This one, there wasn't a date on the website, but it's happened in years past. It's the Lone Star Early Bronco Club Spring Roundup at Catempsy Rocks, also known as K2 in Mason, Texas. This one's put on by the Lone Star Early Bronco Club. I know they did it last year. I'm not exactly sure if they're going to do it again this year because it wasn't on the website, but this is a great event. Catempsy is a beautiful park, and it's kind of like the what would I say? Again, like Moab, but more confined space and in Texas, so it's you kind of got your Moabs all over the place. Moab is one of the best off-roading places in the country.
Catempsy Rocks, that's the one that has all the great trail names, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Smoking Butthole is one of them.
From that, you go right into the swimming hole.
Yep, swimming hole. And, Trainwreck, Little Debbie, Hannibal Lecter, Kiss My Grits. It's a great park. And definitely, if you're in the Texas area, you should be a part of the Lone Star Early Bronco Club, and this should be an event that you're going to. I think this one is Early Bronco only, because I think their club is Early Bronco only there. So
That's a big club too.
Yeah.
Matt used to be a member of that.
Yeah.
Our president, Matt Mooney, of our club in Tennessee.
Yep. It's just the reason he started our club was because he moved out here and he was like,
no club.
Why isn't there a club out here?
And now we have like 4,000 members or something.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one's the big one. So April 17th to the 20th, it is the Bronco Super Celebration in Tennessee. It's the big Bronco event. And last year, 1,200 Broncos, amazing. Up
Crazy.
from like, I think 800.
Yeah.
So there's just so many Broncos. What I like about it is the setting. It's like not in like Pigeon Forge or a real touristy area that's super busy. It's in the mountains away from that. And it's like a 4-lane highway with a nice, like a 50s highway with a grass median. Then off to the side, there's huge field with this horse fence. And they could probably squeeze 2,000 Broncos in there.
Right. And they actually just built a pavilion in the middle of the field
really?
with like 16 bathrooms, put in a bunch of, I mean, they like the city is taking the money that we're, donating for the event and like putting it into that center. So they're making it, just really nice, but taking up some of the field space, but I think it's going to still be super cool. And it's going to be, such a fun event. Now, we were talking with Tom earlier, and this information I think is just about to come out. So Tom is the guy who puts on the event. He runs Bronco Driver. He is actually doing a just early Bronco event the weekend before. So if you wanted to come early, like you could come on Friday before the event starts on Wednesday, you could come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or 13th and 14th. Saturday and Sunday. There's a kind of throwback event for just the early Bronco guys. So no vendors. It's not going to be like, it's not a vendor thing. It's just kind of, hey, let's hang out in a field like we used to, and just kind of hang out. So there'll be, stuff, bonfires and, just stuff like that. And it's actually going to be at the original field at the Tally Ho Inn, which is just a little ways away. So a cool little thing. The Tally Ho field isn't nearly big enough for all the Broncos. So that's where it's going to be.
You just need to take the whole week off.
You really do. I mean, show up on Saturday, hang out until Sunday, the following Sunday.
The cool thing about the big event, the one that they've always held, is there's an enormous vendor display.
Yeah.
Like all the builders are there. Maybe not all the top builders, but all the manufacturers there. Dennis Carpenter has a huge display. Tom's Off-Road has a huge display.
Yep.
Kinser has a huge display, and the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all the Bronco suppliers are there that make early Bronco parts, and now some of the newer Bronco guys are coming. I know Mountain Metal was there. And Bill Stein was there. It was really awesome. Super excited about going, but we do a podcast there.
Right.
Live.
Yeah.
Is it live?
Yeah, we'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Well, it'll be live.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's going to be, that's the first event that we will be at, and it'll be a lot of fun. Very cool event. If you have never been to the Bronco Super Celebration, come. It's for all Broncos, April 17th through the 20th. And definitely that should be on your bucket list. If you have a Bronco, want a Bronco, have owned a Bronco in the past, all of the above.
Well, I'm gonna drag my gnarly 69 with my even gnarlier 79 full-size Broncos. So
yes.
You might see me on the side of the road with my tools out.
Yep.
But I'm going to get there. It's going to be a pretty horrific looking rig.
Moving right along, April 30th to May 4th, we have the Bronco Safari. Now, unfortunately, the Bronco Safari will not be in Moab this year. Very sad, but their permits did not go through, and so they are not allowed to. Moab, because it's controlled by BLM, you kind of have to get permits and stuff like that to have your event. I would assume that Bronco Safari is not the only one that is not going there this year. But so April 30th to May 4th. The dates may change because they're still working on their location. But once they release that information, then we'll know more. But that is a great event. Usually a lot of fun, and cool people come out to that.
This next event is now we're into May 2nd to the 4th. Mid-South Bronco Stampede in Heber Springs, Arkansas. They have a bunch of different things going on. One is a 90-mile cruise, that would be a lot of fun. I don't know how long that takes, but probably like 2.5 hours.
2.5.
Yeah, something like that. And then they have live music, raffle prizes provided by vendors and all sorts of people, food. And here's the thing that's really cool. They have like a swap meet. You're more than welcome to bring anything to sell or trade, or you can buy any parts or Bronco related stuff. I love those events. I used to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, which was this huge swap meet for vintage cars. So the swap meet, you almost couldn't even get through it in 3 days. And I love the idea of that.
Well, speaking of swap meets, our next one on the list, May 6th, is the annual Ford Bronco and Pickup Spring Swap Meet. This is at the Community Fairgrounds in Hudsonville, Michigan. $8 for admission, free parking for spectators. This is, just you can buy a spot to sell some parts. So it's a good little spot to do some swap meets, or just go and peruse all the things that other people have. This is a big one. They've been doing this for a lot of years. So it's actually, you get a lot of trucks and a lot of cool trucks up in the north that come to this event. So if you are in the northern region, this is a good one to go to for sure. Just easy one day, 9 a.m. kind of start time, rain or shine, and you can go. Their website is broncoswapmeet.com.
Oh, perfect.
I know, right? That's a good one.
I have so many parts here I could take.
Dude, yeah, seriously.
You build these new trucks and they're like, well, I can't use that. It's got, it's pitted, and
but someone wants it.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a mirror, or door handle on the other side. I save all that stuff. The next one is May 17th to the 18th. It's the 10th annual May It Forward, put on by the PACC Social Club in Gardner, Massachusetts. It's a charity show for veterans hosted by the Bronco Owners Northeast States, which the acronym is BONES. So I'll say it again, Bronco Owners Northeast States, BONES. The event is free to all attendees, although donations are requested for our targeted charity. The Travis Mills Foundation, travismills.org, 100% of the proceeds go to the organization due to the fact that everything is donated. As in the past, the 2 years, 2-day gathering starts Friday night with a street cruise through north central Massachusetts before a group dinner meeting at a local brew yard.
Man, if you're in the north, you've got a couple good, got good swap meet. And then right after that, you got the Bones event, Bronco Owner Northeast States. It's pretty cool. Well, after that, we go to the Wild Horses Roundup, which they don't have the dates up on their website yet, but usually it's sometime in April, May. So hopefully they're doing it again. Lodi, California. First day is the Bronco Truck Show at Wild Horses. And then there's a poker run and trail rides held at the Prairie City SRVA Off-Road Park right there. So pretty cool Wild Horses event. So that's it. Those are the events for the winter and spring.
Yeah, and what we really want to inspire you to do is get out there with your Bronco. Doesn't matter what generation it is, show up. They might not let you park with all the early Broncos, but you can definitely go to the show. Yeah. Most shows are pretty inclusive, but at the same time, it's like, and if you don't have your Bronco running, go to the event and see what everybody else is working on. You'll be surprised. Most trucks probably aren't as nice as yours at these events.
Get some inspiration, get some ideas. Like, that's my favorite thing at the Super Celebration is it's like, okay, what looks cool? Like, what can I do? What are other people doing? Like, getting that inspiration and, especially all the second, third, fourth, fifth gen, those guys are like, all those Broncos are becoming so popular becoming, just more and more popular. Like, bring them to the event, even if they're not nice, even if they're not restored, even if they're your daily driver. It's just fun to see them at these events. So yeah, I agree.
So you're saying crash the party?
Crash the party.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People aren't going to invite me back when they see my trucks, but at least you'll get to see them before they become something different.
There you go.
I think that's half the fun.
There you
People that drive their trucks to these events across 4 and 5 states, and they all have toolboxes in the back.
Yep.
But I mean, that's half the fun is the stories, and people sleep in their trucks because they're Broncos. You can.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this year I get to see one of those early Broncos with the camper on the back. I've yet to see one in person.
Yeah, that would be super cool.